And so that's why we're here today, for this very special lady and the entire family. So let me read from you the good book. I think with all the things that Henry went through before the Lord finally called him home, this reading from 2 Timothy would certainly be applicable. The time has come for my departure. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. And not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. And that, I think, sums up very well Henry's life and the fight that he had to be here with us for as long as he could. But we all know that the Lord has his own schedule. And whether we are young, middle-aged, or old, only the Lord knows when he's going to call. Sometimes I think about the 3 R's, and it's not reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's to remember, to review, and to refocus. And today we remember Henry and his family. We review our own lives as we're here this afternoon, and we ask ourselves, especially during this season of Lent, as we become closer to the Lord, hopefully, how am I doing on my journey to eternity? And if you decide there are some bumps in the road or some curves that need straightening, maybe now is the time during this season of Lent to turn it around and get a little closer to the Lord. And so those would be my words today, but some words that were passed to me by the family I just want to share with you regarding Henry. Henry was very active as a youngster, and he played linebacker on a little league football team. He was a pretty tough guy. He attended Carl Schurz at New Braunfels High School. He loved animals and showed lambs at all the FFA and youth shows, and he loved dogs very much. Distributive education in high school steered him into the meat business, and he learned and loved to make sausage, jerky, and cook chili. His favorite sport was fishing, and he had a fishing camp on the coast and a small flat-bottom boat to get where the redfish were. His birthday was celebrated at that fishing camp often. His favorite sport was softball. He played and coached several teams and had many loyal teammates, including my son. This being where he attained the nickname Hammer. He also loved to play golf. He was a lover of music and attended concerts with his son-in-law, Andy. He was an avid Houston Texans fan and attended a game annually and went to all the tailgate events, and I have no doubt about that. He was very conservative and always cared for his family first. He loved his wife and daughters and provided for them before himself. And likewise, he loved his parents, sisters, and brothers and all of his and Barbie's extended families. And so today we gather as a large family to say we love you and that Henry is with the Lord today and always. And eternity is a long time, and that's so very special.
The Bible said to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. I met Henry about 30 years ago, where I met most of you on the softball diamond, and we shared a whole lot. I know to some of you who are my age, you look a lot older than your wife, like I do, but I know we're all close and we've been around a long time. We all have grief and we all deal with it differently. And Henry, I know him enough, would want you to have a great time tonight. That's him. That's what he wanted. We all live in this box called time. We try to put everything in it that we can. We fill it up, we fill it up, we fill it up, and then at the end of the day we say, I didn't have enough time. as the deacon said, there's not really a good time for someone to go, and we don't have that choice. Biblically, the Bible said it's appointed unto man once to die, and after that, we stand before God. And when it's over, we all stand on level ground, whether we're rich or we're famous. We all have to stand before the cross of Calvary. And when we stand there, we know we're all sinners and we've all fallen short of the glory of God. But where we fell short, God made up the difference with His Son. And so I'm grateful to have known the family and many of you to share our life together on the softball diamond. I know some of you are all great softball players, and the deacon said that Henry and his son were the best, but I know we have a lot of egos out here, and some of you thought you were the best too. But anyway, I thank you from the bottom of our heart, from the family, and we had the privilege of being with them in the hospital for 3 days while they went through what they went through. And it's a very strong family, a very, very strong family. You don't stay together for 35 years, except you have a lot of love. And I know that they have a lot of love, and that's what holds them together. In weeks to come, it'll all calm down, and they'll all feel like they're alone a little bit. So make a phone call to them, go by and see them, tell them how much you love them again, reinforce it.
I'm Henry's oldest daughter, and I want to read his obituary as well as a couple things that I had written down for him. Darryl Glenn Foerster, also known as Henry or Hammer, was born on July 16, 1960 in Waco, Texas, to Gene and Pat Foerster. He is survived by his wife Barbie and his two daughters, Ashley, her husband Andrew, Kirby, her husband Alan. He is also survived by his parents, Pat and Jean Foerster, brothers Brian, wife Phyllis, Kevin, girlfriend Bobby, sisters Michelle and husband Glenn, and Rhonda. His mother-in-law Rose Warman, as well as his sister-in-law Cindy and Richard, Trishi and Lawrence, and brother-in-law Clyde, as well as numerous nieces and nephews. Those of y'all who know my dad knew his love for his wife and his kids.
Come on. You can do it.
Me and my sister were blessed that he got to watch us graduate, and he walked us both down the aisle. I will cherish our long talks and our fun times of him just popping in my house whenever he wanted to, never rang the doorbell, just to ask what was for dinner that night. I'm gonna miss him like crazy, but I know he's gonna be there to guide me through the tough times as well as the good. I would like to thank everyone for all your kind words and support throughout this difficult time, and we appreciate everything that y'all do, even if it's just a shoulder to cry on. I love you, Dad. Until we meet again. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Andrew, son-in-law. One of them. I just want to say, everybody here obviously knows Hammer, knew how he was and his ways, and with me around, those ways are never going to go. So we're going to continue, and he'll live through me. Cheers to Hammer.
Hammer time!
We will let a few speak. If anybody just really had a story real quick, is there anybody else who wants to come share something? Family, friend, foe? Real quick, if you can make your way this way. And if not, then it is hammer time. All right, all good? Yes, sir. Let this be a celebration of life then, and let it begin. Huh? God bless you all.